We're here with Graham Coddington, Coddington Pole, Merino and Rosewell Park Dohnes at Yeovil. Graham, could you just tell us a bit more about your operation and the studs?
Yeah, Brad, well, we moved over to Coddington in May 2013, and we're really increasing our dual-purpose pole merino side with our Coddington poles and Coddington Uordries. And I find the most money I can make out of sheep is through increasing the lambing percentage and the carcass qualities of the sheep, and keeping the quality wool up. You've got to have good quality, long, stable, free-growing wool on a plainer body for easy care, for ease of management. Just this last year, I've averaged over $150 odd for all the lambs I've sold over the hook, and you know, they say you want to put more kilos on the sheep, but there's a point where probably up to about 7 kilos over that you start losing your body and your lamb, your carcass qualities
And your fertility and things.
Fertility and everything. So to always remember, it's 6% of lambs is about 1 kilo of wool. That's what you've got to cut more for every 6% of lambs you lose.
And your sale, Graham, annually is?
We have one at Coddington here on the third Friday in September every year, and we have another sale at Hamilton, Victoria, and it's the day before the Melbourne Cup every year down in Victoria.
Okay. And how many sheep you offer on an annual basis across the Dohnes and the Coddington poles?
Well, we have, at the sales, we have about 100 merino, pole merinos, and 80 Dohnes, and about 25 of each down in Victoria. But we've also got a lot of flock rams for sale, up around the 350 pole merinos and a couple of 100 plus Dohnes.
Yep, and they go to a lot of climatic areas, don't they? Different regions.
Yeah, that's why because of our wool quality and free growing, they go to all climates. We sell them from right up into Queensland, Tambo right down to Tasmania. Actually, a couple of clients, one in Tasmania increased his weaning percentage by 50% using our Dohnes over his sheep, and just a guy up in Tambo, Queensland, Will Hobbs, that's had a very bad drought. I bought some of his ewes and they scanned up at 85%. There was 1,200 ewes and 190 dries, and 246 of those ewes had twin lambs, which was pretty good considering they hadn't had much of a feed.
The season they come out of,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And you purchase a lot of your Uordry poles as well into the operation. Could you touch base on that?
Yeah, well, I purchased those just I've sort of been aligned with Uordry since I was a child, I suppose, and I didn't want to see the name Uordry disappear. And the aim of those Uordry poles was to try and have a family that had a heavier fleece weight, but the Uordries I've got are really sort of SRS type and pretty long and free growing, so
yep,
I probably won't move away from that so much anyway. So they'll be more just pure merinos with big fleeces and still plain bodied, and try and enhance the carcass qualities.